Why do people help each other?
Why do people help each other? Well, people help each other out of empathy and compassion. Many feel a moral obligation to actually assist those in need, as it strengthens community bonds and
Mhm.
fosters a sense of belonging, I think.
And do you think people nowadays are less willing to help others compared to the past?
Well, less willing. Well, I can say I don't think people are less willing to help today. While modern life can be fast-paced, well, many actively engage in charitable activities. Often using social media to mobilize support for various causes, I think.
All right. And should schools teach students the importance of helping others?
The importance of helping others in the schools. Well, yes, schools should actually teach the importance of helping others. Instilling values of empathy and social responsibility helps shape actually compassionate individuals and creates a more caring society, I believe.
Hmm. And in your opinion, do people help others for selfish reasons sometimes?
Well, selfish reasons. Well, yes. Sometimes people help others for selfish reasons, like wanting to feel good or improve their reputation. However, the positive impact of their actions is what really matters most of all.
Hmm. And how do governments and organizations encourage people to help others?
Governments and organizations. Well, governments and organizations can encourage helping others through, awareness campaigns, providing, something like, I don't know, incentives like tax deductions for donations and creating volunteer opportunities that, make it easy for people to get involved in these actions.
Thank you very much.
Do you think people are less committed to goals now than in the past?
I think it depends on the people you're looking at. Generally, we are a bit less pressured, I would say, than our parents or even grandparents because they were really, committed in order to have jobs, in order to have opportunities. So I think that nowadays some people tend to, not really complete and fulfill their promises. But others are also seeing promises as a way to become entrepreneurs and to create new opportunities for themselves. So I guess it's half half.
Okay, and what is the importance of commitment at work?
Um, I think it's very important because when you are looking for someone, you always look for someone that you can trust and someone you can also rely on. And this is part of commitment because if the boss knows that he can rely on you, then you have more I would say higher chances being recruited because you show this image of someone who's definitely capable of commitment.
Okay, and do young people show commitment towards work if they are not paid well?
It's true. Maybe wages and salaries can influence the way we are committed to work, for example. I would say that we need to be committed no matter the amount of money we will earn in the end. But maybe, yes, this can influence the level of commitment, especially with young people. Some are struggling, for example, with money issues. So it is an important criteria for them. So, but I think, yeah, commitment needs to be, applied no matter the salary you will receive.
Okay, and how can we teach young children to be committed to their goals and never give up?
I guess it starts at a young age. We need to basically share with them those values because some people sometimes were not told about them. So having, for example, at school, this frame in which young kids can learn that being committed in the end is worth it. Because usually people, they are not committed enough because they think it will not work in the end. But if you show them that no matter what happens, it's worth it, then they will tend to be more committed in the end.
Okay, thank you so much.
Do you think change is good?
I think change is good and required for people and for a community.
And why do you think that is really?
Because the world is also changing due to the technology and other facilities, and people should change to adapt this. Otherwise, it will be very hard to live in this world together.
Mhm. What are some of the major changes that occur to people throughout their lives?
Okay, I think first of them is after childhood. We born and raised up to childhood, and we learn many things, and we try to learn as much as possible. But after the childhood, we try to live with the things we have learned.
Can you give me, for instance?
Like what to do in public, and where to go, how to go, and how to act against someone, something, and how to learn something. Also, we learn, of course, reading and writing and other kind of stuff. But at the end of the childhood, we use those things that we have learned.
Great. Is your country changing rapidly?
Well, I think my country is changing, but I cannot say that it is changing rapidly, because I think in those parts people are quite conservative, and they do not want to change, which is the meaning of conservative, and people fight. But the new generation is quite linked with the world and the rest of the world, and they are changing rapidly, I suppose.
Nice. In what ways have changes in technology changed people's lives?
Actually, one of the most important one is mobile phones. And actually, in my childhood, the mobile phones are not used that quite, because we can only call people and text them. But currently, we can use them as TVs and PCs and all other technological stuffs in just in one mobile phone. And I think it's the most dramatic change in the current history, and it changed the habits of people and the life in Earth
Do
completely.
you think this change just is limited to our devices like phones and PCs?
No, of course, it's also linked to utility and transportation and all other stuffs that links Earth to each other and makes a one world rather than divided countries.
Great. Why do old people not accept change?
Well, I think they simply don't think that they can adapt it, because it's hard to adapt changes. Even though in my age, I cannot um, adapt the changes that my cousins went through currently, and they are younger than me. However, if they wanted to try it, they can do it. My grandmothers use mobile phones and smartphones actually, and they adapted very fast.
Okay, thank you very much.
Why do people always forget things?
Please repeat.
Sure. Why do people always forget things?
Because some I don't know.
It's okay. What is the best action to take if you find something?
It depends. If they find something in the street, I'm sorry.
Do you think that we can take the thing, or we should just look for somebody to give it to them? Now let's move on to talk about our modern world. The thing is that in our modern world, people tend to forget their culture. What do you think is the reason for that? Why do we forget our culture?
I don't know.
It's fine. And how do you think we can avoid forgetting things?
I don't know.
Thank you. Okay. Thank you very much. Now this is the end of the speaking.